Welcome to SoulWhat, a Soultopia podcast with our producer, Matt Stoker. I am your host, Michelle Welch.
And I'm your host, Roger Welch. So what's up today, Michelle?
I'm excited today. We are going to do live readings.
Da-da-da-dum.
Yeah, right. It's because we've had so many guests, so many great guests. And I looked at the calendar, you guys, heading all the way from February all the way to March. There's not one day without a guest. So this is it. This is our chance to answer questions.
You mean if you're just us to
questions, readings,
do just something out
talk.
of the box?
If you have a question that you want to know something about Soultopia, about a crystal, about an herb. If you want to know the truth about Roger and why he's so strange. I'm kidding.
Because I live with her.
Anything you want to know, you can ask us, maybe. That, especially if you want a reading. So we had some people submit some readings ahead of time. And we will say, always when we give readings on the air, we just go ahead and, I'll just say this always. I just always set the intention of that it be for the highest and best good for the person we're reading for. And I don't make a big show out of it. Just like I don't make a big show of the shuffling thing. A lot of people are real into all that, and more power to them. That's just not my style. It's just something I kind of do in my head. And I don't think you have to make a big show out of it. But if somebody wants to, that's their prerogative. What about you, Roger?
I just do readings.
You just do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can shuffle okay. I don't have a problem with the shuffling.
No, I mean, I like to shuffle, but
I'd
it
love
takes
to be
a
able
lot
to
of
do
time.
that one-hand card flip thing.
I bet you could learn that.
I probably could, but I would actually have to take time out of a day and try to learn it. And
So,
can you do that, Matt? Do the cards like the poker players do, where they
I can't
cut
do
the
that.
card with one hand? I can almost get there.
Probably not surprisingly, I had like a very brief flirtation with wanting to be a magician when I was a kid. So I would try to learn all the sleight of hand card tricks and do like my best friend had two little sisters, so I would do their birthday parties and make the bunnies disappear. Not real bunnies, but like foam bunnies. You just hide them in your hand. And like ever since then, I've always like I need to get back into learning card tricks or something like that. So if anybody out there knows how to do that, let me know.
Yeah.
I'd love to take lessons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't do all the cool shuffles and stuff.
I think it would be kind of cool to be able to do it and then to do a little cut thing. But this is like a small deck that I have here. This is a pocket deck, so it's kind of smaller. It would be really tough probably on the full-size deck.
I'm stuck on the bunnies. Are they all really foam bunnies?
No. Well, I mean, I'm sure real magicians use bunnies, but what I had, it was like they were like little foam cutouts of bunnies. They were about that big, and what you would do is you would palm like a bunch of little ones, and then you'd take. I need to find a place to stick this microphone here. So you'd palm a bunch of little ones, and then you would have the big ones, and you put one in, and you put another one in your hand, and then you would say, and then here come all the bunnies, and they would all just appear. But they wouldn't know you had all the other bunnies in here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's like
I was thinking, this whole time all those bunnies have been foam bunnies, and I was like,
I
crap.
can't speak for other magicians.
Yeah.
They may have foam bunnies too.
I
More elaborate.
Yeah, I'm always fooled by all the magician things.
Well, I had a guy I worked with in sales, and he was a little questionable, I guess. But he would go into people's homes and he'd say, "You want to see a magic trick?" He had that fake thumb. He'd take. He said, "Let me see a $20 bill. I'll make it disappear." And he'd put it down into the fake thumb and then put the thumb on his thumb and say, "Ta-da! See there? It's gone." And he would just stick it in his pocket.
He'd
wait, and he would wait to see if they would ask for their $20 back, and if they didn't ask, he's like, "I got gas money." He said it's amazing how many people.
A con artist, not a magician.
Yeah, he said it's amazing how people don't ask for their $20 back. I'm like, you're joking, right? He said no.
That's your.
I went with him one day just to see if he really did it, and he did. And I was like, this is just not cool, dude.
Man, no. I kind of got creeped out by the people who would say, "There's a quarter from behind your ear," and I'd be like, "Get away from my ear!" I didn't like that at all.
Well, I don't want anybody touching my ears anyway.
I know you don't, but I mean anywhere, and like, "Oh, and there's a quarter over there," and I'm like, get away. They want to pull a foam bunny out from somewhere, maybe that's different, but not a quarter out from behind my ear and touching my ear.
I'm gonna start pulling quarters from your ear.
No, you're not.
Look, here's a quarter behind Michelle's ear.
He can be pulling $100 bill behind my ear. I might be happy.
Oh, Leslie says she can do the one hand cut. She's gonna show me when she comes
Oh,
back.
really?
in.
Oh, Leslie needs to come on the show and show us all her shuffle techniques. All right, so well, let's read for Leslie because she had a question. You want to do
Oh
that?
yeah, she did. Let me go to it.
Yeah. So if you have a question, we are looking on primarily, I believe, SoulWhat on Facebook.
I'll try to bounce around, but right now, yes, that's what we're looking at is SoulWhat. If you happen to put something on Soultopia or on the YouTube channel, I will try to bounce over
Well,
to
I
it.
was looking on where on Soultopia because I was on Intuitive Insights because that group is where the most people can post and usually see
Yeah.
things.
Well, at least this video goes live on Soultopia, so I can kind of somewhat bounce back. I got to shut down one and open it back up.
But are we
let's
looking
see.
on YouTube or no? Is that what you're
Yes, I
saying?
will get onto YouTube and look too to see
Uh-huh.
anybody post during this.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna do.
But you wanted to start with Leslie because she's.
I do, because she was the first one to post a question that I
And-
saw.
And
I am
we
gonna
will be
go.
reading your questions out loud tonight.
Well, and we said that too. So I mean, if you post it on Facebook, you know, that's pretty much
The
public.
world knows.
No, everybody knows. Big Brother knows. Okay, so I'm reading with Ethany's Modern Love Tarot, Exploring the Many Facets of Love by Ethany Dawn. I love these. We have shown you guys these. I love when she was on the show. I love the background on these. So they're really pretty. That's what I'm reading. Roger's reading with the Radiant Wise Spirit.
The Pocket Edition.
And that's by Llewellyn or Lascarbo or however you say that.
Lascarbo.
Okay. All right, we ready? What's the question?
All right, Leslie. Question: should I apply and try for the position that's about to open at my current employer?
Okay. Well, first of all, I would never tell somebody like I wouldn't want to shut a door just by saying no unless there's a reason not to, but you know, what's it going to hurt you? But this is the card that I represent in the Pocket of Peers deck. It's a Six of Wands. It's success, and it means also sharing your success with others. So I get yes.
So I cheated. I got 3 cards. But I did, yes, you should. However, I'm not 100% sure it's what you want to do. I think you might want to think about it real long and hard. I think you definitely should apply and maybe, kind of go down that path and see. But before you say, yeah, I want this job, I think you should really take the time out to really debate whether you want this job or not.
But apply.
But apply, yeah.
Yeah, I get yes. You should. I guess you want to know if you'll get it. And I get yes.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. What? He gets to read all the comments back. I don't.
No, here I don't. Not where I'm at. Wait,
Okay.
Let me see over here.
Why are you laughing then?
I'm just laughing at you.
I usually can anticipate what the next question would be. Wouldn't that be your next question? Then the next question would be, well, when would I find out? And then it would be, well, how much will I make?
Then why go for the interview?
I know on love questions too. You know how those go? Will I
I'm
meet them or will they
scared
call
to
me?
ask,
And
but-
when? And it's always and when and where. Right? I'm not making
How?
fun. It's just, it's just human nature. That's what it
Oh,
is.
there's so many ways to go down that rabbit path. I'll just
All
shut
right.
up.
Oh. So, Leslie, if you need follow up on that, you tell us. But cut and dry. I don't see why not, unless it's what Roger said. You're afraid of the answer yes, and then having to maybe say no to something that you're going to get. All right.
All right. So you want to do one for Isabel? General reading.
Yes.
Pie.
Okay. Isabel. I got 2 cards. They both came out. And I think I shuffled these cards. I've used them several times. I got the Six of Swords, and I got the Seven of Swords. And what's interesting is, I'm going to show them. I'm going to look at them first. You know, the Six of Swords is kind of like, I get sort of like a sweet escape. But then it's like you're sneaking back in. So first of all, stop sneaking out of your house. Stop sneaking out at night. No, I'm kidding. But not really. No, I'm kidding. But it's like, what is it that you're trying to escape? What is it? That's what I'm getting. Because you're trying to get some peace from something, and then you're trying to escape it, but then you're stepping right back into it. So you don't really want to escape it, but you want to fix it. But you want to tiptoe around it. Yeah. That's what I get. And here's the cards. The Six and the Seven of Swords. This is typically the rest and vacation, just for a general. And this one kind of can be that, you know, the thief card or whatever. And you're not a thief, but, you know, she's like sneaking in, to me, it's like she's sneaking back into her room. She's sneaking into a room. Or she threw those swords out, you know. She's got her shoes off. She's carrying a purse. And she's like, so it's like, yeah, you want the peace and you've got the Six and you've got everything peaceful, but then you step right back into it. It could be a situation with friends. It's like you want the peace out of it. You don't want to be in it, but then you just put your foot right back. You get right back in the mix of it. So it's up to you. Okay.
My turn?
Yeah, I could keep going forever, but.
So I got the Death card, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. So that's what I got. But what I really take, you know, is nothing. I see there's actually some kind of major changes coming along for you, some things you're going to have to adjust for. It could be with school or something like that, but you got some very major changes happening probably in the next month or so. Just be aware, just be flexible, and just go with the flow.
Okay.
How's that?
Well, not real specific, but it's good. I'm kidding.
It's a podcast.
She's got some specifics coming, and go with the flow.
It's a podcast show.
And don't escape. And stop sneaking out of your house at night. I'm kidding. She doesn't.
Probably doesn't have
Got
to
a great
sneak out.
family.
Mom party.
She probably just sneaks out. They probably all sneak out where they live to look at the stars because they can actually see them. Do y'all have a lot of snow there? I bet they do.
I bet it's cold as shit.
That's where we should go visit.
I bet it's cold as shit there.
Well, Roger, you just wanted to say shit twice, I think.
I'll say a whole lot more if I'm outside in the cold.
We were thinking about going to Denver this weekend, and we found out it's 1 degree.
I was like, fuck
It's going to be
that.
1 degree, Roger. It's going to be 1 degree. You can't
That's
even
the
say
low, though.
you can't even say 1 degrees. You have
It's
to
not
say
even,
1
like, I think on Saturday it's not
degree.
even supposed to be above freezing. I was like, hell no.
Good grief. No, that ain't
Who
worth it.
wants to go anywhere where it's cold?
I went skiing one time and it was like 17 below somewhere. I can't remember where we
God.
were. I was like, now who
Well, I just have to tell
who
you,
does this?
that's
This
just
is
not
where
a
you sit by the
very-
fire with a hot toddy.
That's
And
not
this
even
is,
a very smart move.
No, it's not. I'm going to read with 3 decks. I'm reading with Ethany's deck, Modern Love. I'm reading with her Goddess Oracle, and I'm reading with Chris Ann's The Muse Tarot. I'm going to just go as I'm, whatever I feel like. Okay, who's next?
Hang on a minute. What does it say? All right. So this one is Mariah, and it says, Michelle, you gave me a 2021 forecast and said that I'd meet a great guy in September. I feel like I have manifested him sooner, unintentionally, and I have a guess who it may be. Can you make a prediction if I'm correct? Thanks. Love you.
So I love you too, but I said you weren't going to meet him till September, and you think you've already met him. So you think you've manifested him in
6 months.
February of 2021 instead of September of 2021. Okay. Well, I don't want to shoot that down, but I'm going to be honest. Okay. Well, I got the Sun card, and that's a yes. I mean, Ethany, I love your cards, but this little baby looks a little bit like Chucky. Do not be mad at me, Ethany. Does that not look a little bit like Chucky? It's just because we had paranormal night the other night. And now the screen just went. Wah, 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 wah. Show it. Am I being mean? Just a little?
Michelle's Chucky Jaw.
If this is somebody's baby that it was based on,
Anthony says she used her son for this one.
So if this, I am so sorry. We had paranormal night,
Can
and
you
I
just say you just got blocked on Facebook?
I probably did. I got Chucky on the brain and all the dolls. I should have brought my Annabelle doll in here. So I am really sorry. I see now that that's not like anything choking the baby. That's like a little heart necklace coming off the side. Oh my goodness. Okay. So what?
Why are you choking the baby?
What was the question? The Sun card means yes. So I get yes that, but I'm going to tell you what. I don't want to shoot you down. Maybe. The cards say yes. Then that means something. If this is the one, there's going to be another big event in September. Okay, so that means you'll take the next step in September if this is the one, because there was a reason I got something about September. I'm usually not that far off from February to September. And I know we can manifest things sooner. I believe that and everything, but I also believe the readings aren't usually that far off. Okay, what'd you get?
Well, this is actually the 7 of Wands.
It doesn't look like Chucky.
7 of Sticks. 7 of Sticks. But actually what I got was, you may have manifested him, but I think it's more of a timing thing. Like you may kind of know who it is or know really soon who it is, was what I was thinking. And that it would be coming through and you would be... But it's a timing thing. It doesn't feel like it's time to hit together for the two of you quite yet. So it's like, because of some challenges setting in there that both of you have to deal with before you actually can be together. Then you posted, no, I haven't met him yet, but feel like it's coming sooner. I saw that just a second ago.
She hasn't met him yet?
So you haven't actually met him yet, but you feel like it's coming sooner. And I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
You're manifesting come in, but I really don't think you're going to meet like faster and sooner or anything like that, other than the fact that you both have some things you're working on that you got to work through before you can commit to somebody else.
Thank you for saying that, because I would just say this. I don't want to burst your bubble. The Sun card says yes, but my intuition would be like September. I mean, I don't mean to be like I'm always right, but these forecast readings from 2020 from last year were dadgum accurate for even predicting COVID. So I would be very surprised if this has already happened in February. Can you do it? Yes. I mean, can you change and bend time and manifest things earlier? Absolutely. But that's not what I saw. Okay? That's a good philosophical question about tarot. Can you do that? Yeah, we can. But that's not what I saw. Okay? I saw Chucky. God, I'm going to be in so much trouble. That's like one of my best friends. We love Ethany and Jamie and everybody.
I'm calling her and telling
oh my
her.
God, just
I'm
go ahead
calling
and tell her. I mean, because I feel horrible. But okay.
Wait, what did I see?
Did I show the card? Did it a little bit look like Chucky?
A little bit.
It was
Actually, Liz
a
said
little
it.
creepy looking.
Liz said it the best. Looks like a scary garbage pail kid.
Yes.
A what?
Garbage
I love
pail
the
kid.
Garbage Pail Kids.
I don't
Yeah.
even know what those are.
They're like a Cabbage Patch Kids, except grew up in the garbage pail.
Yeah.
Okay, now y'all are just getting worse because I think Chucky would probably be better than.
And they all had goofy names.
At
Oh,
least,
we are all in trouble with Ethany. I'm going to tell you something.
At
These
least-
cards are incredible. Okay. And I'm just going to tell you on the sun card, it's just freaky anyway because it's a naked baby on a horse for the sun card, which is like the second or first best card in the deck. And it looks like it has this bacon trailing off from behind it anyway. It's this ribbon. And it's like a naked
go wrong with
baby on a.
bacon.
It's like a naked baby. It's on a horse, right? This naked baby
Yes.
riding this white horse. Okay, why is that the sun card? And I know all the symbolism and crap behind it, but now we have
I thought
Chucky.
that was a ribbon, not bacon.
It looks like bacon.
Bacon, bacon.
So we got bacon and Chucky on the sun card. But these are great cards, and now she's going to hate me forever. And she's one of my favorite people.
Let's see.
All right.
I don't know if this is gonna show. There you go. There's a garbage
Oh,
There you go. Yeah.
Uzi Susie.
well, okay. I think her cards. I stuck it down in the deck because I didn't want to draw it again because I don't want her to get mad at me again. Okay. Well, who's next? I'm going to tell y'all this. She gonna come back with me with something in my book now. I guarantee you.
You
Or
think?
if I do a deck, I'm gonna. Have I ever made fun of one card ever in the 10 billion cards of Ethanies that we sell in this store?
Oh, I was getting ready to answer that, but then you threw in the Ethany thing. So
No,
That
of
would be a
Ethanies,
no.
because we basically
of cards,
half of our
yes.
store is dedicated to Ethany. So no, I
She's
haven't.
got 2 shelves.
More than 2,
3.
probably 4.
2.245.
2.245. All right, what's next?
I saw one on here. Where did I go? And Lexi said it wasn't Belle. It would be the second child. Just wait till Marcus hits it, though.
That's sneaking out.
Yeah, sneaking out.
I know it's not.
All
done.
right, so Sarah here. I'd like a reading if you have time. Question: my boyfriend wants to tie the knot soon, but I'm not sure. Sure, I want to move in together yet.
No.
This is her question, not your question. I'd
I
like some
know.
guidance on how to handle this decision. Thanks.
Okay. Well, that was my intuitive answer. No, don't do that right now.
Don't move in or don't get married.
Well, which one is she asking? She said he wants to tie the knot.
Tie the knot soon.
Soon.
But I'm not sure I want to move in together.
Well, what's the question then?
I'd like some guidance on how to handle this decision. Thanks.
Don't do either one. But I'll draw cards. But no. I'm sorry. That's what I get. What?
Nothing.
I'm
I didn't
just
say
being very
anything.
honest. I get no.
Okay.
The boyfriend will thank me later because it will last longer. Okay. All right. So I'm going to draw tie the knot and move in, then get married. And they may be assuming that's the same thing. Maybe moving in together is tying the knot to them. But I'm going to do it as 2 questions. Should they move in together? And she wants to know how to handle it. The answer is no. That's how you handle it.
Just say no.
I'm serious. Okay. Night of emotions in reverse. Moving too fast. No, do not move in. And I'm serious. That's what this card says. No, it's impulsive. You got to pull back the reins on that. So do not move in yet. And there's 2 cards here that are stuck together. And I'm reading now from the Muse, Chris Ann's The Muse Tarot, which we have all of these for sale at Soultopia. And I got the Devil card. That's temptation. And the 8 of materials, which is the 8 of pentacles, which is the independent woman card. No. Don't do it. You're not ready. Say, I'm not ready. If you love me enough, you will wait. What'd you get?
So what I get is the fact that he actually is kind of very nostalgic feeling, and and with you, he gets these very nostalgic feelings of how he sees family being. Doesn't mean that he or you are 100% ready yet, but he's what he wants. You know, he likes that feeling, that kind of that how you two work together, he sees it working together, and maybe him or you are not quite to the point yet of actually making it work the way he sees it working. Probably need a little bit more time on the relationship and then move forward.
It is
How's that?
role reversal when Roger is the tactful one. I just want you to know. Is that not correct? Everyone watching.
I was trying to.
He did a great job, and
I
I
was being
was
like
not tactful.
Michelle.
And I don't want you to be upset with me. I'm telling you, I received that very quickly, that it would be a mistake for you guys to rush into anything right now. Okay? That was not my personal opinion. Okay? All right.
So
Snakes.
let's go back. Hey, stupid comments went off. All right, where was that? That was Sarah, right? Leslie. Anything for me? Any sign of life?
Any sign of life?
Yeah, I'm assuming Leslie.
Any
looking
sign of
for
life.
kind
Okay.
of a-
I'm going to draw a goddess card, and I'm going back to Ethany's cards, and my dear friend Ethany, I'm still friends with, I'm certain, Modern
We'll
Goddess
check after
Oracle,
this
and we do
show.
sell these too. Okay, her Modern Goddess, and she said honestly when she was on our show that she spent probably some of the most time she's ever spent on a deck on these cards researching the goddesses in this for the guidebook and for the cards, just so she could be accurate and true to the historical goddesses on this. And it's interesting because I just got it's a phoenix, and the card says the warrior. So your question was, is there any sign of life? I'd say yes, because the phoenix is like rising. It's rebirth. It's rising from the ashes. It's like a whole new way of being, like chunk the old and put on the new. And a warrior, I'm not getting that the warrior is like to go to war with everybody. It's like, because she's smiling. Okay, she's smiling. She's happy.
ear to ear.
She's really happy because she's reborn and she's revitalized. So I get, yeah, there's signs of life, but you're going to have to shed some old ways of being and like just put that to ash. What about you?
So, what I get is you've got some things you've been dealing with that's kind of holding you back a little. You need to break those chains loose, shake off the rust, and you need to start moving forward and try something new. Just get out there and try something new. Break those chains, knock the rust off, and get out and try something new. You've been holding back and you haven't wanted to do this, but you need to get out there and do it and start today. Right when you get done with this podcast.
Okay. Well, that's kind of the same thing. Rebirth, rising from the ashes.
Oh, you said that?
I did. The Phoenix is all about, it's not like, that is in my book. That's transmutation. That is like, in the magic of connection, that is a transmutation card. That is not just kind of dressing up a different way. That is a completely new way of being. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to try things a little bit different. That's just changing the form of everything. It's dying to the old way and becoming a new person. Transmutation. Okay? So doesn't mean the old way was bad. It's just not serving you anymore. Okay? Our old ways are not serving a lot of us anymore. So we're all reinventing ourselves. It's a great time to be able to do that. Okay? And yeah, Phoenix, epitome of transmutation, conquers fear, rise as a better person in your uniqueness. They're huge, like eagles, and well known to be associated with the worship of the Egyptian god of the sun, Ra. Only one phoenix existed at a time and usually lived for at least 500 years. As its death approached, the phoenix would build a nest, set it on fire, and become consumed by the flame. Phoenix would emerge, reborn from the ashes and flame. Phoenix is the epitome of transmutation. Phoenix will help us conquer our fears and emotions to become a better version of ourselves. We will know that the transformation, while it may feel like an ending, is actually a transmutation into a new beginning. Phoenix can be used for self-imposed healing or externally imposed situations that require change. It reminds us that although we are all one, no one is exactly like us. We have emerged, reborn, and that is our superpower. It's
Awesome.
from my book. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right. So next we have Allison. Allison says, hello from the England, UK. And by the way, she also said another point on there is it's 2 a.m. there. So thank you for staying up late and watching with us.
Yes.
And she wants to know, will there be a love relationship for her this year?
Okay. All right.
Let's hope you don't answer like you did the last one.
Well, I was going to say, you're brave after the way I've been reading
Maybe
tonight.
I should have skipped that one, Allison. And
No.
you come back in just a second,
Well,
huh?
we're honest.
Do-
Remember that I believe it was
There.
Mariah said she had her doubts already. So I just validated what she already knew. Correct? Well, I got the celebration card. I'm going to say this. There's something to celebrate. So I believe you will have the beginnings of some sort of relationship. Now, am I feeling that it's for sure a love relationship? I cannot tell you that for sure, and I'm not going to lie to you on that. I'm going to let Roger read, and then I'm going to see if I get more information. But I can say that the Four of Cups is always here it's drawn as celebration, okay? But sometimes the Four of Cups is somebody that they're not willing to see what's right in front of them. So maybe there's something right in front of you that you're missing, or there will be something or someone right in front of you that you will. So I want you to keep your eyes open to things that you might not always consider as a possibility. This happens a lot with people in love relationships. They have certain ideas set in their head. And what I always say is think about how you want to feel instead of what you're looking for as far as what someone looks like, how much money they have, all that kind of stuff. Just how you want to feel. I start with, I want to be cherished. Most people want to feel that way. And I want it somebody that I want to cherish. And so that's I'll start with that. Roger?
Yes. Oh, me?
Yeah.
So I got the Ace of Swords and the Six of Cups. So what I get is, yeah, you've got some relationship things that are going to be kind of sprouting up this year. And one or two things. One, this one's a long shot, somebody from your past. But what I really felt like is that it's actually the person coming in makes you feel that feeling of the past. You know, when you meet this person, it's just like you've known this person for a long time. It's not like, oh, you're new. It's like you really feel that connection to this person, like you've known this person forever. Not somebody typically from the past, but you just feel like you've known them forever, like from the past. But it's somebody new.
That kind of ties into what I was saying. So don't immediately look over someone that you might think is just someone you're just talking to, that you just get along with. But give people a chance that you might not otherwise. That's yeah. I'm going to do something for my book. So, Roger, name a page.
47.
Okay. So for that, I just want to give, and this is called bibliomancy, and I did it at my book launch, and it became people have told me the most interesting stories. So I'm just going to put, for your question, from the UK. I'm going to tell you that page, my eyes go immediately. What you do with bibliomancy is you go to the page and then you go right where your eyes fall. You go straight to, and it fell to right to wall of protection. And I think that's what's happened a lot. Maybe you've put up a lot of walls, so maybe be careful to not put those walls up around you. And that's kind of what I was talking about. You don't want to put up too many walls. Yes, you want to be careful and get the right kind of person in your life. But a wall of protection is a barrier between us and other energy, which is very difficult to penetrate. It is ideal for times when we feel incredibly vulnerable, fearful, fragile, or under attack. It serves to protect us until we're strong enough and call on sidekicks such as crystals, guides, archangels, things like that, whatever you like, to help you and learn to transmute energy. So I would say make sure you let that bubble down a little bit so that you can let that energy in of someone coming into your life.
Very nice.
Okay.
Yep. So Kara, let's see, where would that go?
Is it Kara?
Kara, yep. How can I make progress with my son? How can I help him succeed?
Okay. All right, Kara. So I'm going to draw 2 from Chris Ann's deck. Kara, how is he feeling? I know he's pretty young. If this is the Kara I'm thinking about, I'm asking this because I feel like he's really acutely feeling the energies around him right now. And I'm not sure what progress you're wanting to make, but I'm going to be really blunt with you, and we can talk later. But I feel like he's a little bit down. Like he has some blues. And he may be acting out a little bit, or it could be acting out or withdrawing, but he's not acting totally like himself. And this is really common right now. It's getting like younger and younger. And I'm not a psychologist, but based on the cards I drew, I would definitely check into, you said, how can I make progress with my son? I would definitely make sure that he's not experiencing some sort of, on the level of, the you've got from blues, kind of feeling a little bit down, to depressed. And I don't care if I remember being depressed because of my being an empath. I mean, as young as I can remember, like 3 and 4. I don't remember 3 and 4. So it was probably about, I don't remember up until maybe I was 5 or 6. So it was probably 5 or 6. I just don't remember anything. So, but I remember having depression because of some of these abilities and things like that. So that's what I'm feeling. I don't mean to upset you by saying that, but that's how I think you can make progress, is to check in with him on that, because of all the heavy energies that are going on right now.
So I get the Empress and the Page of Pentacles. So the one thing is that you kind of, I think what you need to do is find something he actually really is passionate about and let him run with it. Let him have something of his own that he's passionate about that can give him focus with what he's doing. And just let him kind of take care of all of it.
Was the Empress upright or reversed?
Upright.
Okay. Because that's,
This is a tough one for me because, I don't want to say what I would say because of my mom.
Okay. Well, no, for her reading, I mean, that's the mom. Yeah. The Empress is a mother. Mm-hmm. And the Page of Pentacles is typically mm-hmm. could be a child that's a grounded, a practical child. Mm-hmm. So I'm not trying to usurp your reading here, but
no,
I mean,
I was trying to be nice about it.
Yeah. So Kara, let's talk. Yeah.
I think find him something positive that he can focus on and call his own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And let him have focus on that.
Yeah. So give me a number, real quick.
Give you a number?
A phone number. Oh, page number, fast.
214.
214. Okay. I don't think it goes that high. It doesn't. Give me another number.
It doesn't go that high? Oh.
Give me another number. 124.
124.
Okay. 124 is the number. Kara. And Kara, I know you're an extremely positive person, so sometimes it might, but you know what I'm talking about the empath stuff. I know you know very well. And it's interesting because 124 is lepidolite, and lepidolite is for anxiety. It's one of the stones where we get lepidolite from. So lepidolite is a way to connect with the violet flame. It's a natural source of lithium, which makes it a go-to crystal for those of us suffering from stress, anxiety, panic attacks, or depression. So there you go.
Very nice.
All right.
Very nice.
What's sound effects?
Oh, I was reading through all these. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. There's a lot of people commenting. That's a problem. I even got some cousins on here tonight. Hey, Barry.
Iuka cousins?
Yes, Iuka cousins.
Iuka, Mississippi?
Yes, Iuka, Mississippi cousins are on here tonight.
We've got from Iuka, Mississippi
All
to
the
somewhere in the
way.
UK.
From Mississippi to the UK.
My hat looks like the one that lady used to wear, that she put the price tag on and she'd forget to take it off on that show that I watched at my grandmother's house. What was the name of it?
Hee haw.
Hee haw. Hee haw. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? And it needs a price tag hanging off right here, which would be very typical of me to forget and have that price tag hanging
Minnie
off.
Pearl?
Yeah, that.
Hey, so we can call you Minnie from now on then.
I thought you said me pearl.
Minnie Pearl.
Oh, mini pearl.
Minnie Pearl.
Meanie.
Pearl.
Okay, meanie pearl. All right, what's next?
All right, so I'm back over onto YouTube for a second to see who's made some comments, and we actually have some over here, guys, that would like readings.
All right, let's go for it.
And Isabel's still calling you out. I would never, LOL.
Sneak out.
Yeah.
My parents painted my, in Longview, Texas, my parents painted my window shut. I couldn't, so I went out the back door.
I never thought about doing that.
Only
might need to do
once,
that
because
now.
that was a one time. And then one time I had my little red suitcase. It was about this big, and I was like, I'm running away for home. And I went down the street, and then I was like, oh, no, it's kind of cold. And I want some chocolate chip cookies, so I went back home. It's like, it's much better off at home with the chocolate chip cookies and milk. I don't know why. Yeah.
Right. So it don't have a name here. It just says Black Wall Street 2020.
Okay.
And I'll take one.
All right.
Just a general reading I'm going to go with.
Okay. And I'm reading from Chris Ann's deck. Chris Ann Donnelly, the Muse Tarot. Okay. You okay over there, Matt? You awake?
I am. I'm good.
Okay. Matt's had a long day. Okay, go first, Roger.
Oh, Lord of Bees. Let's see what I got. I got a Two of Pentacles and a High Priestess. So, the thing is, you probably have been juggling a lot of things around, a lot of things in life. But I think you probably need to take some time to yourself and start reflecting on, a different path. Maybe something that's more of a spiritual path for you. And stop that juggling and everything and just kind of get some more focus and more time into yourself.
Okay, so I get that you tend to be the cheerleader type, and I don't mean rah-rah, but kind of emotionally. So the motivational person for a lot of other people. So you build other people up. It would be kind of like the gift of exhortation. You are somebody you're a team builder. You lift everybody else up. But it's time to lift you up because your spirits seem to be kind of sinking a little bit. You come across as pretty like, I've got it going on. I'm going to lift everybody else's spirits up. And the way people usually say this is you take care of everybody else, but you don't take care of yourself. But that's not how I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it in more of a motivational way. So you're this motivational person who motivates everybody else, but now you need this motivation. And I'm going to see if the books, give me a number fast.
38.
All right, so 38. Yeah, so these are some of the quizzes to see if you are on the equipping yourself as an empath. Okay, so like the empath in training. And I'm just going to look at number 3. I am learning, it fits. I am learning it is fine to put myself first and care for myself. I also may choose to still care for and show love and kindness to people that others don't think deserve it. Okay, you know how some people will say, why do you keep giving them attention? Why do you keep putting effort into that person? And then they kind of judge you because you're helping people they don't think you should help. It's okay. If so I also may choose to still care for and show love and kindness to people others don't think deserve it. My tools of protection will help me not care as much what others think about my choices. So that ties right in because I am learning it is fine to put myself first and care for myself. The empath who's not in training, the unequipped empath would be, I put everybody else first and I'll let everybody walk all over me. Okay, so this means you're working on it. So it totally validates the reading. So, yeah, that's what I got. Thanks for letting me read for you.
Awesome. So the next one over here is C. Mason 227. C. Mason 227 and would like a general reading.
Okay. I'm going to go with a goddess card from Ethany's deck. Okay. And this is always interesting when you draw the card that's the instruction card, but I never pull it out when I mess up that way. Okay, and everybody's like, oh, you screwed up. Okay, no. So I like it because my book has a lot of instructions too. So it says divine by the moon and create a magical year. And she's talking about her moon guide. And I'm going to say, because they said general, right?
Yep.
So from that, I get instructions. Follow some instructions for some things to do during this year, this 2021 year. Don't just wing it. Plan some things out and map some things out instead of just winging everything. I'm having to learn to do that. And if you already do that, make sure you still do it. Because things are still going to be a little crazy for a while. I used to say it was still through July. I think it's going to be longer. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for that. And then give me page number fast.
96.
Okay, and you're not being cheated on that reading because that happened for a reason. There's a reason that you're being told. Make sure it's like carefully laid plans, okay? And it's not like you have to be a stickler for them, but don't think you just are going to throw them all out the window just because, oh, it's COVID and we can do whatever. No, you need carefully laid plans. And I got right in the middle of this is where my eye went. And I said, we often think we have to be in the ideal serene setting to do this, but we do not. We may be in the middle of a meeting at work and someone throws us under the proverbial bus. This time of feeling betrayed is an ideal time to begin our mantra silently. I transmute energy with ease and grace. I transmute energy with ease and grace. I transmute energy with ease and grace. Over time, we begin to add to our mantra. This is talking about using affirmations that we turn into mantras. So whatever it is, if it is, I plan my day and I stick to it, and you say it 4 times. So I accomplish what I need to accomplish. But there's something about you sticking to your plans this year and accomplishing certain things that you want to accomplish so that you can say, I did that this year. I accomplished these things. Okay? All right.
So, man, What I get is you've been searching for something, but I need you to get action behind your search. Okay. Just because you're searching, you're wanting, and looking for it to come to you, I need you to actually get a action behind it to make it really happen.
So in my book, that would be, in the first chapter, it would be the law of inspired action, because there's the law of attraction, but there's also the law of inspired action, because within the law, the word action, attraction is the word action. So that's putting the action behind that law of attraction when we're trying to manifest something, which would tie in with whatever that goal is you're trying to achieve in 2021. I think it's time for us to do our 1, 2, 3s.
See, if it was somebody that I actually knew, I'd have another saying in there, but I don't know exactly who that is, so I'll hold it.
Good idea.
I'll tell you later, Matt.
Okay, so we're going to do our 1, 2, 3s. Fair enough? Because it's 8:29.
We only got 2 readers here
Yeah, I
tonight.
don't think you have a 3.
Oh, Matt, you're not reading, Matt?
Matt's like, hell,
We're gonna have Matt read
Matt's
it
like,
before
what
he
are
knows
you
it.
talking about?
Try,
1, 2, 3.
Matt's going to be reading before he knows it. Okay, so we'll have 2. Or you can read twice, Roger. All right, so you can choose 1 or 2. And Roger is
Is it
going
better
to
with number
do...
1 or better with number 2? Number 1, number 2.
Which one are you doing?
Number 2, because that way I get to read for you.
Okay, I'll do number 1. All right, so I am going to draw from Chrisanne's deck. Now, I'm going to draw from Anthony's deck because I really feel bad about talking about Chucky. So if that card shows up again, I'm going to feel, because I'm sure
Please
it's
be a
going
sun card. Please be a sun card.
it's going to be a beautiful
Be the sun
card.
card.
No, this is
Damn
a
it.
gorgeous card. And it's the Ace of Wands. For all of you number 1s, you got a number 1, right? So 1 is the number for you right now. And Ace of Wands is all about new beginnings. Aces are always good. They're always about new beginnings in a project this week. So think about, and this card is no Chucky. This card is absolutely gorgeous, and it's thinking about something beautiful, a beautiful project, and beautiful is like relative to whatever you think beautiful is. Whatever you want to begin this week, I want you to begin it, and you don't have to finish it. Just start it. Just start it. And look, even if you just go get the supplies, okay? But you have to at least, like if it's painting, you at least have to put 1 brush stroke on the canvas. You can't just go get the supplies and leave them in the car.
Like
So
1
it's
per day?
something. Like you have to start. And I'm going to open it randomly to page 17. And it's interesting because I drew to those laws, right? I turned to the laws. So for the number 1s, the law of perpetual motion, also known as the law of rhythm, is that all things come in successive phases like seasons. Nothing is static. So number 1s, this is the great pendulum of life, or the idea that we are moving forward or moving backward. There is no standing still. So Ace of Wands, you're going to be doing something. When we begin to gain mastery over our energies, we will realize that there will always be ebbs and flows in life. Number 2.
Oh, number 2, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got the 10 of Swords in reverse with the Knight of Swords. Okay, so for you number 2s, here's one thing. It's really easy to think that people are talking about us and people are against us. However, a lot of times it's a doing of our own mindset. So a lot of times, even though we think something's not going our way, or somebody's talking about us, or something's not happening the way we think, a lot of times it's just us kind of overthinking that situation. Whereas you really have a lot of positive energy going and flowing, and what you need to do is turn loose of that thought and let that positive energy just flow, click, 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 and just go with it and use that momentum and keep rushing into the next one.
Very good. Was that aimed all at me?
No, did you pick number 2?
No.
Liar. She cheated, y'all.
I always pick 2.
Carlton, she cheated. You heard
No
that.
cheating, y'all. Carlton says no cheating. Give me a number. I'll tell the reading fast, and then you can close the show.
101.
101. 101, 101, 101. Okay, 101. It's chapter 10, Show Me the Way, Guides for Transmuting Energy. So he said, don't think that everybody's already out to get you. That's basically what you said.
Basically. And
Yeah, it might be something
just
else.
Drop that.
And I
just move.
said,
Keep going. Keep that momentum, which is what you just said on that chapter.
do we need guides? After all, guides are just that. They guide us and help us along our paths. They do not seek worship. Instead, they want to show us the way. We certainly may choose to honor and thank them, but worship is not required. How we revere and honor them is a personal choice. While guides might be of service, they are not mandatory once we have transcended into the understanding of our higher selves being one with all that is, which includes a direct source to divine or some deity. But anyway, it's about showing the way. Guides showing the way to, and they can help us
To the
know
understanding
what you said.
of the way.
That not everybody's
the
out
way.
to get us.
The
Yeah.
way of the Mandalorian.
Oh my gosh. All right.
All right, guys. So we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight and hope everybody got something entertaining at least out of this if they didn't get a reading. I think everybody got something out of this.
Well, if you didn't get a reading, always know that there's probably a
Numbers
reading that
ones
was
in
for
it.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
Especially
at,
the number 1
Look
or
at the
number 2.
messages overall, and actually you'll you'll hear some very good information for it. So anyway, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. You catch us on SoulWhat on Facebook, Soultopia on Facebook, Michelle Welch on Facebook, plus michellewelch.com. You can find a lot of our shows posted there. Michelle Soultopia on YouTube and on Spotify. SoulWhat. Everywhere you can find iTunes, any of those places you can find us. So y'all have a great evening. Thanks, guys. Good night.
Good night.